What happened? Why doesn't gaming feel as fun or as good as it used to? We hit this era and everyone seems to blame EA where microtransactions ruined games, and people stood up and said, we don't want that. People were sick of the toxic online gaming experience and stopped playing games that didn't moderate their community. And when updates didn't give the players what they really wanted, they were outraged and boycotted the game and the company. But for some reason, all of this is forgiven when the game is made by Riot? Wipe your chins off and let's talk about how Valorant ruined gaming. Picture this, it's 2007, you and 5 friends are playing Call of Duty way past your bedtime, just enjoying, hanging out with your friends, getting called slurs, win or loss, you're just having fun. Fast forward 18 years, now you and 5 friends are playing Valorant, yelling at each other, calling each other slurs, at least me and my friends, and when you win, you feel exhausted.
I'm bored. Let's go.
You're open.
And when you lose, you just start Googling what type of rope feels best on the skin. Gaming in the community has been dumbed down to the point where good games are not prioritized and everyone is so fine with just being content. TikTok brain has caused us all to only care about instant gratification. Trying my best not to sound super old, but back in my day, skins were actually something you had to earn. And for everyone whose birthday starts with a 2, earning something is putting in work and receiving something as a result of that. Not just whoever's parents would rather give them a credit card instead of actually parenting. You really had to put in work earning skins, and when you showed them off, you felt like, yeah, I did that. And just seeing them made you feel good. But in Valorant, you see your skins and you think, I had to, or in most Valorant players' cases, my parents had to sit at work for like 4 hours for this. And if that doesn't make you sick, it should. We are at a point in gaming where one of PC's most popular games only addition to their game is microtransactions, and everyone creams their pants. Imagine if any other company did this, like your car, it's barely functioning and you really need a new transmission or a new engine, and they're like, but what if it gets a new paint job? Or your medication stops working and the doctor is like, yeah, but now they're blue with green stripes. Isn't that sick? Like, yes, they look cool, but I need something more. Besides the lack of anything to do, there's no goals in Valorant besides ranking up, and that feels so hollow. Because you see some of these people in the top rank and you're clearly better than them, but for some reason they still gain 3 RR when they lose going 0-15, and you lose 15 for being MVP. And what does getting top rank actually accomplish for you? You can say you did it, you can add it to YouTube titles, you get the same buddy they've had since day 1 because every dev is busy making minima 2, and trying to figure out what's the worst thing you can say to women without getting banned. Is seeing the numbers on your rank going up making you happy? Even before comp was in games, it was more competitive because you knew you had to leave everything on the metaphorical field. You don't get to check and see how you did, you don't get to hop on Twitter and say this guy got shit on. You just give it your all, and at the end of the game, you felt good competing. Not this weird calculation to figure out how good you have to do so you don't lose as much RR, even if it means you lose the game and screw over your teammates, and protecting your KD and not try to defuse and go for frags after the round's over. You're just selfish. For those of you who genuinely enjoy Valorant, I'd say,
Stop it. Get some help.
Ask yourself, deep down, do you still really enjoy gaming? And do we want all future games to only give you some of the maps, like they're withholding and you have to beg and plead to get what we deserve? Do we want the only updates to be mid-cosmetics that VGOD can make better in 15 minutes than a dedicated dev team that takes months? Do we want something that panders to the lowest IQ players and making your favorite characters worse because not everyone can use their head and counter you? Or are we gonna stand up for better gaming? Are we gonna have our voices heard? Are we gonna stop paying for Riot execs to go to Disneyland? Are we gonna hit them where it hurts? Your relationship with Valorant is one with someone emotionally unavailable and abusive. You give everything. You spend time with them. When people badmouth them, you say, they're not that bad behind your black eyes. They take your credit card and spend it, but won't get a job. And you stay because you think it's all you deserve. But it's not. You deserve better. Valorant is lucky to have gamers like you, and they need to act like it. Stop allowing them to take your money because Valorant just leaves you emotionally hollow and you get nothing in return. So at the very least, stop paying them for the fucking pleasure. That's it. Peace.
Hey, who is? That's what kind of moon in. Ain't too much to prove if I'm the boss in every room in. I don't do no capping in my song, think I'm just too official. I've been down